Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about brushes. I get questions a lot on the brushes I use to apply my makeup, and I figured I would just kind of do a whole video on it. This video was kind of also just impromptu because I planned on filming today, but I didn't really know what I was going to do. And then I just started putting makeup on, and here we are. So without further ado, let's get started. So we're going to start with the face, and I'm just going to kind of go in order of the ones I use, the way I apply them. And these are foundation brushes. These are from Morphe. This one is the Morphe M439. It's a famous brush. It's really good. If you're wanting to use a brush with foundation, I normally use a like a blending sponge, but sometimes I will go in with this brush. And then there's this one. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH03 brush. It's so close to the same thing. I mean, this one is just a little bit denser. I'm sorry, they're dirty. But it's basically the same thing. They're both really great brushes. These, I don't think you can buy her brushes individually, but I know you can buy them like the face, the eyes, or the whole thing. I bought the whole thing when they came out. I really love the brushes. I really love Morphe brushes. These brushes are so affordable, and I'm not lying. But yeah, so good. Then for concealer, I don't use a brush. I use a sponge. That's just the way I do it. But I do set my under eye concealer with a pointed brush. This is by Crown. And it's, you see, it's kind of it's a pointed, I guess you could say, dome with the pointed. I got these in my my subscription box, BoxyCharm. Yeah, I got these in my BoxyCharm box. It came with like 3 of them. This is the only one that I use daily. And then I also use this one if I use this one when I don't have any eye makeup on already, because sometimes I do my face first and sometimes I do my eyes first. So when I do my eyes first, I use this one. This is also the Morphe Jaclyn Hill collection. This is the JH07. I will have all these brushes linked down below for you, but I really like this one. It's tapered, it's smaller, it fits right into that under eye when you have your whole eye makeup on, so that's really good. And I'm going to kind of go through these kind of fast because there's actually quite a bit. Then after setting my under eye, I will set my whole face, and I just use this brush. This is another, if it's usually, okay, I'm going to tell you now, if it's a white handle like this, it's the Morphe Jaclyn Hill collection. But this is the JH01. It's a big brush. You can just, it gets so much of your face. So easy, so quick. I really love this brush. It really holds on to the product. There's not I use the loose setting powder, and it really holds it until I'm ready to apply it. I have had the trouble with some brushes wanting to let the product just fall off of them, and it gets all over your clothes, and it's a mess, and I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay, for bronzer. Y'all, I know this looks a little excessive, but it's really not. Every great now and then I will use a cream bronzer, and when I use a cream bronzer, I will use this brush because it has synthetic bristles, and it's this slanted, tapered top. These are the Real Techniques brushes. You can get these at Walmart, you can get these at Target, your local Walgreens, and they're about $10 a brush, so they kind of are. That's really not that bad, but I mean, I guess it kind of is if you're trying to buy a whole bunch of them at once. I don't know, but I like to use this when I use a cream bronzer, which is very rarely. It's just not my preference, cream products. And then I wanted to mention this because this is a really good brush. This is from EcoTools. It doesn't have a precision. Okay, this is a blush brush, but if you're not a blush fanatic like me, I don't personally love blush. I just add just a little bit to not make me look so washed out. And this is actually really dense. and it's dirty. All these brushes are dirty because I didn't even think about washing them because I wasn't even going to do this particular video. But anyway, this blush brush, it's kind of dense for me, for someone who doesn't really love blush. I wear it, I always put it on. It's not my favorite thing to do. I used to use this for my bronzer, and it was really good because, you know, it's like this flat shape and it's wider, and you can just get right in there. I have a mirror right here. You can carve it out, kind of. It's not like a precise, but it's not like this one that I'm mentioning. This is, again, the Morphe Jack O'Neill. This is the JH02. This one is just like a really good bronzer brush. If you just want to warm up your skin, you know, messy, and you're doing a really simple makeup look out the door, this is the brush for you. I used to use this one for just the bronzing. Now I use this one, but this one is still, the Eco Tools one is still a really, really great brush. I just found this one and I really love it. I mean, it's just big and I can just slap it on there and blend it out. Blends out so easy. A really, really great brush. And the thing about these Morphe brushes is, like, ones like these are really hard to clean, as big and everything as they are. But they're good, they're easy to clean, they retake their shape. And then this one is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH05. This one is for a much more precise contour. And I also use this to do my nose because it just fits, I guess, with my nose size and shape. It just fits perfectly on that side. I absolutely love it. And it's a good brush. Then I only have one blush brush because that's really all you need. Unless you're like a blush fanatic, then you'll probably, you know, have 4 bronzer brushes, just like I did. But this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH04. It's nicely in its shape. It doesn't pick up too much product. That's the thing about blushes. Some of them are so pigmented, and they can be really hard to blend out. This just, I don't know, it's like it just picks up the right amount. Because you can tell on my cheeks that I don't really have just a whole lot. I have just a little bit right here on the apples of my cheeks. It just picks up the right amount, blends it out, and I mean, that's it. It's got the right amount. And then here we go. These are the 2 highlighting brushes that I use. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill J09 brush. This is really good for a highlighter that has like a loose highlighter or something that has a lot of pigment, and you, if you're like me, which don't get me wrong, I love a blinding highlight, but sometimes I want like a more natural highlight. Just depends on, you know, what kind of face or what makeup look you're gonna do. But there's this one. That's what I use for loose highlights. It's what I use today. And then I'll use this one. This is the Wet n Wild P77. It's from their Fire and Ice collection, I want to say. But I use this whenever the highlighter is a more subtle, just kind of glow. It's a lot denser. It's a nice dome shape. It packs on a lot, and even sometimes when I've washed it, I'll even use it to contour my nose. That's the good thing about brushes, they're kind of a multi-use. And sometimes I'll even do it just the highlighter right down my nose. Because it is denser, it keeps the highlighter in the center and not down on the sides. Kind of how this one you see is a little too wide. And so these, I love both of these. And like I said, I will link all these down below, and I'll try to get prices for you. Okay, moving on to eye brushes. As you can see here, I have quite a few, so I'm going to kind of go through them kind of fast. And actually, most of them are for the exact same thing. I just, you know, have different ones. But I'm going to start with blending. Now, these 2 are what I use to blend out my transition shades. Any, like, just all over lid color that I want to do. This one is it's by Sigma. It's the taper blending. It's the E40 brush. This one is a little bit more expensive. I'll make sure to try to link it down below, but it's just a nice dome. It's a little bit more stiffer. And this one is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill. This is the JH30, and this you can see is a little bit more fluffy and fanned out. This has become like my #1 blush. I always start with this blush whenever I do any makeup look. And then you have some other blending brushes, and there's quite a bit. Okay. See, you can never have, in my opinion, you can never have too many blending brushes. So you have ones like this one. This is by the brand Zoeva, and it's just like a regular dome brush, and it's their Luxe 228 crease brush. And then I have another blending brush. They'll say like it's a crease brush, it's a finer brush, but I mean usually it's kind of just whatever you want to use it for. That's, you know, that's the good thing about makeup. You don't have to do by any rules. And this is the 227. This is the Soft Definer brush by Zoeva. This one is the 231. It's the Petite Crease by Zoeva. This one is just a little bit different because it is more dense and more pointed, whereas these two are more dome and fluffy. This is for better like this outside crease because of my eye shape. My favorite eye look, as you can see, is a darker on the outer corner and lighter on the inner corner because my eyes turn down. They're kind of a dome. So I'll use this just to blend a darker color in there. And then this is the Morphe M441 brush. This is just like a regular dome fluffy blending brush. And then we have all these by Jaclyn Hill. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill, excuse me. This is the JH34. You see, it's also just a dome. This is the JH36. This one is just a little bit more dense and not quite as fluffy and has more of just a round shape to it. These two are almost, well actually these three are almost exactly the same. This one is the JH32. It's very fluffy, gives a lot. You can probably see the product that's flicking off of it. It's a dome. This one is just a little bit smaller. It is still the same shape. This one, the first one, the 32 is a little bit taller. And you have this one, which is just kind of the mini version of these two. So it's kind of just for different eye shapes and sizes. I have big eyes. So what I would use for this to blend out my crease, because I have big eyes, somebody might use this one. This is the JH35. It's just a smaller version of that. It might be a little bit more dense to me because I've used this one a lot more, and I don't use this one just a whole lot. With some of the looks I do that are colorful, sometimes if, like this one's blue, I haven't used it since it's blue because I just don't want to get any, you know, mixed color on there. But this one is a little bit different. This is the JH33. This is a much more denser brush. It's kind of, you know, flatter on top, doesn't come to much of a point. And it's just good for, like I said, some more of blending in the crease. And then you have the JH37, which is flat on top, and it's a little bit rounded. This one is something I would use to kind of smoke out a liner if I want a very, very smoky effect on my liner. Then you'll have flat brushes, basically. These are to pack on color with. This one's by Zoeva. It's the Smoky Shader 234. It is more of whenever you want to pack on a matte color on your lid. It's flat on the sides and the top. These are usually when you want to pack on like a shimmer, a glitter. This is just one that I got from a Urban Decay palette. It doesn't have a name. The Urban Decay has been rubbed off on it, but it's basically just a flat packing brush, synthetic. And then this one is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH41. I think she designed this one after the MAC 242, I believe. Again, it's just a real flat brush to pack color on that lid. And then this is one of my favorite brushes. This is a flat definer brush. This is by Jaclyn Hill. This is JH43. I'll use this to, sometimes if I don't want to do a liner, but I kind of want that smoky look around my lashes, I will take a dark eyeshadow and just kind of wiggle it in the liner line. Or I will do the same on the bottom. If I want to do a real tight under eye color, I will just take this and smoke it out. And then I learned another trick. I don't remember who brought this to my attention. I was watching somebody, I want to say it was Jaclyn Hill, and I know a lot of people don't like her with all her lipstick. I still love her. I still love her brushes. I love Morphe brushes. They're good quality, a good price. I think it was her that was telling me that I don't want to say I'm wrong, but anyway, I don't remember who told me, but I had learned that you could do a liner, and if it's not, no, it was Tati showed me this. You could do a liner. Okay, and then another one of my favorite brushes that I think I use every single time I do my makeup is this flat definer brush. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH43. It's really good if you want to do like a eyeshadow liner instead of a sharp eyeliner, just to kind of smoke up your lash line a little bit, or same on the bottom lash line. You can get it in there real precise, and then with a real dark color, and then I'll smoke it out with the bottom one. I love this. I think I have another one by Sigma, but this one, it's a little bit, it's not quite as dense as the other one, so it gives just a little bit more. It doesn't tug at your under eye like the other one does. And then we have eyeliner brushes. I personally use the eyeliners that's in the pot. I like those better. I feel like I can control the brush better because they're a little bit more slender than like a liquid liner. So this one is actually by e.l.f. This is the small angle brush, and I use it for eyeliner. And then this one is by Zoeva. This is the Wing Liner 317 brush. These are really basically self-explanatory. Then you have the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH39. This one is like a really small dome shape with a flat top. It's really good to get that inner corner highlight right here, and I'll even use it for the brow bone sometimes. And then I have two pencil brushes. This one is another Morphe Jaclyn Hill. This is a JH38. I use this, of course, on my lower lash line to put eyeshadow down there. And then this one is the Zoeva 230 pencil brush. The very same thing. That's all I use it for. That's all I really need it for. And then I have, the last two are going to be these two. These are like small detail. This one's by Zoeva. It's called the Detail Shader, the 237. And then this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH42, but these are basically like eye highlighter brushes. They're really good for the inner corner or the brow highlight. That's basically, I know that's what she designed this one for. I guess if you had a real small eyes, these would be good for using them on your lid, but I just use them for my waterline. But I just use. And then last but not least, this is the Real Techniques blending sponge. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's kind of famous for its shape and its orange color, because I believe this is the only one there that's orange. You can get this at your local Walgreens, Walmart. I get these. I usually buy them in a 2-pack, and this one is kind of torn and it is dirty. A little bit. I don't know if you can see that tear, but these are so great, and they're about a little less than $5 a piece. It's like $9 for the 2-pack. So I actually prefer these to any other drugstore ones that I've tried, and I replace mine just because, you know, it's a sponge. You dampen it to do your makeup, and then you let it dry out. To me, a sponge, like, no matter what it is, just kind of holds bacteria. So that's why I replace mine so much, just because the thought of not is gross. So I'm not going to spend $20 on the Beauty Blender. I love the Beauty Blender. I think it's great. Just to me, I just can't keep a sponge that I wet forever. You know what I mean? So I get these. These are really great. I use them on my foundation most of the time, and my concealer. I use, you know, you have the pointed for your concealer, and I bake with it, and I use the flat side to bake my line. If I do that, I don't normally do that unless I have like a formal event or anything. But yeah, I hope I didn't go through all these too fast for y'all. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. You know, let me know if there's any other videos you'd like for me to do. Thank you so much, and see y'all later.